Hi folks, Joseph Kursky here at the Colorado School of Mines campus. Let's talk about what we will do in the GEGN590 course. Specifically, Week 7, Communicating with GIS. Communicating with GIS. As the theme implies for this week, you will focus on effective GIS communications. Not just for this project, but hopefully get you thinking about how you will communicate the results of your GIS projects in the future. You're watching the video right now. I've got a few activities and readings that I hope are helpful. Examining and creating selected GIS communications tools. You're going to create a dashboard. You're going to create a story map. You're going to examine and reflect on selected future aspects of GIS. Since we're just about ready to be done with the projects for this course, I want you to think about some big trends and forces acting on the GIS world, including interior space mapping, big data, real-time data feeds, AI, and more. You will also have a chance this week to work on project-specific tasks, considering which communication tools you will include in your project, and submit a report on where you detail those communication tools that you have selected. A brief quiz designed for you to gain confidence that you're making progress in this course. Let's dig into a few of these activities. Project-related guidelines. Just as a reminder for what your task is, a report for the final project, and then a recorded video where you present your final project. Think of this as a good practice for future conferences. You're often going to be asked to, hey, give the lightning talk version of your project. It should be short, 5 minutes max. It should include some visuals to help whoever your audience, in this case with the course, it's me and your fellow students, understand your project. What's the most important thing? It's difficult to get it down to 5 minutes, but what's the most important issues, themes, data, workflows, results, recommendations from your project? I hope that's going to be, again, very helpful to you, not just for this course, but in the future as you prepare these kinds of lightning talks. Selected GIS communication tools. What are web maps, GIS projects, and web mapping applications? I know many of you are familiar with these tools, but some of you are new to them, so I want to have an opportunity here for you to explore configurable apps, dashboards, story maps, and other geovisualizations. So that is that section with this course. Also, I want to have you build it. You know, my main focus in GIS instruction is not just to lecture or have you read a bunch of text, although those have their place, but the most effective way to learn GIS is to actually do it. So I want you to build a dashboard and an ArcGIS story map. Ideally, one of your own that's central to your GIS project for the course. But if that's not possible, or if you're not including a dashboard or story map for your GIS project, which is perfectly fine, then go ahead and use the one that I'm supplying here, which is the tree mapping activity that you see with as mapped right here in this particular web map. So that is the pre-made one that I've created that you can use to make a dashboard from and a story map from, but by all means don't feel confined to using that one. Use your own, make it useful for your project. Use that opportunity to do that. And then some last minute troubleshooting. If you've got some technical issues or errors with any of the software tools or the workflows, feel free to share them right here, and I and or your fellow students, and we've got a bunch of great students here in this course, can help you out. Rely on the community. Build a community of learners. That's good practice for your professional career. This week, I would really like you to think about the communications aspect. What communications or visualization tools will you use for your project? It could be any one of these things right here, and this is by no means an exhaustive list. Something else, perhaps, that will support your 5-minute recorded video and why you chose those communication tools. You probably get a sense in this course for me always asking you the why. Don't just choose these tools or methods because they exist, but think about why you're actually doing these things and why you're choosing these tools specifically for communication here in this week. Then I want us to think about the future of GIS. GIS is changing, as you folks know. Let's focus on a few ways here in this particular week, since we're just about ready to be done with the course. This is our last main discussion week, so I tried to not make it too long, but I hope these are interesting with some embedded videos and other things that you can use to think about, hey, where do I fit into that GIS future? As always, a quiz to get you thinking about the progress you've made and give you confidence. So those are the items for this particular week. Again, it's week 7, which is all about communication. Week 7, communication. Let's review the syllabus and the outline here. We're in the communication week. We're just about ready to get down to the project report and presentations. So thanks for being with me. I hope this is going to be a very exciting and fun and fruitful week for you, and I look forward to interacting with you in the course. Glad you could join me for this course.